How's it going, guys? Hope you guys having a good evening so far. Just hopping around. I was gonna start my new game today. But honestly, like tonight, I just wasn't feeling starting a new game. And I was like, I'll decide tomorrow. Tomorrow night would be better. So, this is just a random stream. It's me goofing around in GTA 5. Well, it isn't exactly a random stream. As the title says, I'm gonna introduce you guys to myself a little bit. Because I realized like last night that I haven't really talked too much about myself. Oof. I've been streaming for like what, about over a month now. I haven't shared too much personally. So the stream is basically just talking about me a little bit. Me and my history with video games, all that good stuff. But at the same time, I'm just trying to not share too much about me. So I'm trying to keep some things private. I don't want to overshare things. Let's see if I can climb up there. Oh no, I can't. You just see me as some random guy just playing games, but I just thought I'd just share a little bit about me. This stream will probably like be about an hour long. It won't be a very long one.
Oh my God! What the? Can you believe it? Oh shit!
Good thing you survived. I don't know if it's me. It feels like when you get run over by a car, sometimes they die. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But yeah, I literally was like at bed last night, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't really talked too much about myself. So maybe we can skip the game. Maybe the next game tomorrow, Tuesday. Just have a little stream where we can talk a bit about me, myself, and I.
Hey, whoa! Step away, freak.
I'm just hopping around everywhere. Want to share a little bit about me. So, I'm just a guy in my early 20s. I've been gaming like almost my entire life, like pretty much almost my whole life. I'll say almost. I've pretty much been playing games pretty much my entire life. Since I was very small, probably like 2 or 3, as far as I remember. I grew up with the PlayStation, the Super Nintendo, and the Nintendo 64. So those were my first consoles I had growing up. At the time, we didn't have money to get like a PS2 or GameCube or Nintendo Xbox. My parents didn't have that kind of money to get something like that. But my dad got those consoles at a flea market. I don't know when, but I don't remember when. But they got those for pretty cheap, and I exposed to a couple of good games from consoles. One of my first games I remember playing as a kid, it was on the Super Nintendo. It was Super Mario World. I remember that game. That was one of the first games I ever played growing up. It may not be the first. It could be my first game I've ever played. I'm not too sure, honestly. I wish I knew. Which one was it? I know Super Mario World was one of my first video games I ever played, and that game was really good. That's like one of my outside favorite games right there. That game still holds up really well. It's a really fun 2D platformer. All the secrets, and you find the keys, and you enter like another secret level. Oh, there's like different ways you can kind of beat those levels. Like there's these like secret entryways and stuff. These keys you had to unlock to go to like a shortcut or something to like another level, and so I think that game was what kind of started the whole idea of like the other 2D Mario games, so like have shortcuts and all that good stuff. So if you like keep looking around somehow, like I don't know, using like I don't know, was it the cape if I remember correctly in that game? If you have like a cave, you can like fly up, and there's like a platform somewhere you can get up, and you can enter. So you can like find a shortcut to another level, and you can skip 2 levels or something. I heard that was really cool. A lot of cool secrets in that game. It's a good game overall. Like the game is aged pretty well. You know, graphics and soundtrack. Yeah, super iconic soundtrack. I really liked it quite a lot. Now that game also on the GBA, which was a lot of fun to play again, but portably. Donkey Kong Country was another game I remember playing growing up. It's funny because it's considered an all-time favorite, yet I never made it very far in that game. That game was really freaking difficult. I remember some of those bosses really whooped my behind. And I found out many years later that game was intended to be very difficult. Donkey Kong games are known to be a lot tougher than like Mario. But I don't know. It's another game like that that's still pretty fun, you know. Game still looks pretty good to me, and the soundtrack's also really, really good. I think I had a few other SNES games, but Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country definitely stood out to me.
I can't even pay.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot is another one. Even though that's another game I never made it very far, that's a game I still like a lot. That game's freaking hard. Oh my god, I forgot how hard that game is. I have the game still, and I was playing on my PS3 one time. I think it was a couple months ago. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Like when you jump, it has like a bit of a delay to it. Like it gets delayed. You have to like grab everything and go. It's kind of hard. You're trying to 100% everything. Yeah, you have to grab everything in one go, and it's kind of tough. You got, especially with that delay that you get when you try to jump. You get like a second delay, like a 1 second delay.
This shit need to stop.
Yeah, it was pretty annoying. That's another game I also like, but never have I beat it. I mean, the only game I remember as a kid I would like actually beat was I think Super Mario World. Spyro was a game I also liked quite a lot. I had the first one. Another game I never beat it, but that one's fun. That one's a lot easier for sure. There was this Digimon game on the PS1. I forgot what it called. I played it with my younger sibling. That was pretty fun. I like that one. Fortunately, I broke the disc. I remember, like I think I was vacuuming my room. I was like really small. I think it was like 7 or something. I don't remember, 7, 8. I think I stepped on it. I'm not sure because the disc broke. I'm like, oh no. Oh shoot. Yeah, I was pretty sad that game broke. Hopefully, if I ever buy that game, hopefully it's not too expensive. I'd like to buy that game again. It was like a fighting game or something. I don't know if it was like a Super Smash Bros. Clone or something, but I remember it was like a fighting game. Yeah, that game was pretty good. I was never a Digimon fan. That was just a game we happened to have. That my dad bought from the flea market. Played quite a lot of it. That game was a lot of fun. I don't remember the exact. I don't know the name of the game exactly. I'll figure out later what it was. Nintendo 64. Honestly, I wasn't as fond as the other two. Honestly, I didn't have like the best of game on it. I remember. No. There's one game I did kind of like. It was Bomberman Hero. That game was pretty good. I like that one. All the other games was kind of. I think I had Mission Impossible in that game. I don't remember being very good. Like the other games I had. I lost that collection of those 64 games. I don't know what happened to them. Yeah, so unfortunately I wasn't as fond of Nintendo 64. I didn't have like the really good games like Mario Kart or Super Mario 64. So unfortunately I don't have too much to say with that one. But that was a console I had, and I did play a bit of it. But those are some of the games I was playing when I was really young. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of money. Excuse me. Oh yeah, we didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I got those for pretty cheap. People weren't really playing them anymore. I still was able to play the PS2, the GameCube, and the original Xbox. The friends I had at the time, I would go to their house and we played some games there. The GameCube, I played Super Smash Bros. Melee, which was a really fun game. That game's still really fun to play. I still think it's the best one out of all of them.
You better go home or I'll beat your motherfucking ass.
Homie, I've been in the game too fucking. This hood over here is what?
Yeah, those are not gonna do anything to me.
You a fucking loser. You ain't gonna go now.
Oh my head.
Can't go nowhere. Oh, you're fucked. I'm empty. Fuck. The fuck.
There you go now. I remember Destroy Humans on the original Xbox. That game was pretty fun. It was really like GTA, but like with aliens. That game pretty fun. I remember Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, not the one from the original. That one was pretty fun. I played with a friend on his Xbox. That game was pretty fun. Even though I really wasn't a Star Wars fan, and I don't think they were Star Wars fans either. I remember being a really fun, really fun game to play, multiplayer. PS2, I remember another friend house. Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2. Those games are pretty fun. Definitely one of the best Need for Speed games. You know, those games, although I will say the later parts of those games are really tough. Like, the AI is really brutal. I forgot how tough those are. I was looking up some, reviews and stuff. Where people just replaying them, all these years later, and they're like, oh, I forgot how brutal the AI is towards the last couple levels. Like, you'll put them down pretty hard, and out of nowhere they're like, they'll just rubber band and they get back. They'll go back ahead of you and stuff, and you have to make sure you don't crash either, because if you crash, yeah, you're not gonna get back in first place. It's just not gonna happen. So it's that kind of nonsense. They're pretty fun. Those are fun games. I like those.
What the hell?
Yeah, those are some games I remember. During the 6th gen that I really liked.
Watch out, Henry!
Get your
Excuse
hand
me!
out of my pocket. Yo, let's meet up tomorrow.
Yeah, video games have always been my thing since I was very
I got
young.
my stripes OG style. Putting that work.
I really wasn't into a lot of those things, but I mean, besides toys, of course. You know, as a kid, you know, like playing toys and all that. Yeah, I was into my action figures and my Hot Wheels cars. Yeah, I especially remember liking Hot Wheels cars. They were definitely my thing. Growing up. Yeah, but the video games was the one thing overall, like in my childhood, that still stuck out to me. That still stuck around. I feel like it's still gonna stuck around probably for the rest of my life, honestly. I'll probably still play video games till like I'm 100 or something. Oops. I'm trying not to make myself fall. Nope. Alright, on to
That show is
Back to,
amazing.
Yeah, totally.
okay, I'll stop doing that. Okay, back to talking about me a bit. You can guys, forgot what I said. Okay. Okay, back on track. Yeah, you can guys call me Chains. Yeah, you can just refer me as just Chains. I mean, my YouTube channel name is called Chains No Stabbings, so you guys can call me Chains. With respect, I don't think I'll ever share my real name. I'm not really comfortable doing that. Even my first name, I don't want to share. My first, last name. But you guys trying to chat with me, just call me Chains. Yeah, but I mean, if we live in a perfect world, and yeah, I'll share my name, last name, where I live and stuff. But yeah, we don't live in that perfect world. You know, there's a lot of screwed up people out there. Yeah, nice to do pretty awful crap. I'm not putting myself into that position. Ow. Yeah, so if you guys chat with me, just refer me as Chains. Yeah, that's my name, my YouTube name. So back to my history with video games.
You acting like a real sellout.
I remember when 360 got announced. And I saw like the trailers for those games when I was younger. I was like pretty mind blown. I was like, wow, these games look really good. They look pretty like real or whatever. Well, not that real, but it looked pretty. It really looked like the graphics and everything. It was quite a leap from what we had at the time. I didn't get the 360 because no, we had money for that. But I did have a friend who did get one, and I did play a couple games on it. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw.
Look me in the ass!
We were playing like the Transformers movie time game. That game was pretty good too.
Only you could see this food. Oh,
Oh, so that's another game I forgot about, like to mention earlier. SmackDown vs. Raw.
No way!
Yeah, those games were fun. I used to kind of have a thing for wrestling when I was a kid. Not anymore. I fell out of it many years ago. When I was like 11, 12. I fell out of it. I liked the action figures and everything. That was really cool. Yeah, I remember those games were a lot of fun as a kid. Yeah, I never got into. Honestly, I never got into Halo. That was a franchise I never got into. Gears of War near that. But, yeah, Halo, I never got into it. I've only played the first one on the original Xbox. I think like once or twice. I think that was it. That's about the only good exposure I've gotten into Halo.
Get your hand out of my pocket.
Maybe that'll be a franchise I can get into one day. At least the earlier ones. I heard the other ones, like the ones we have now, like the recent one. Oh, yeah, like Halo Infinite. I think I heard it's okay now, but it ain't up there like the older ones. The ones like Bungie made,
nice.
which obviously don't make them anymore. I forgot who makes them now. 3-1 something. I don't remember. But I heard that's kind of where it kind of declined from there once Bungie left. Honestly, looking back on it, like I don't think I really played any the 360 exclusives at all. I don't
Oh, this
recall.
is worse than an earthquake.
I remember like Call of Duty and GTA. Yeah, I remember those. Those were fun.
Man, that was some crazy shit.
I mean, much later down the road, I did get a PS3 and played some Call of Duty and GTA 5. Yeah, those were good old. Those were the good old days. Back when Call of Duty used to be pretty good, or ended up being probably dog crap that is now. Yeah, even if someone gives me BO7 for free, I'd be like, no thanks. You can keep it. I got my old Call of Duty games. I can play those. If I want to play Call of Duty, I'll play the old Call of Duty. Not that new garbage they have now. In here. I remember the Wii that came out a year later. I remember the hype behind that. That was crazy. I wanted that Wii so bad. I didn't get it till it's another console I didn't get it till a few years later. Because my parents had no money for that. I was, you know, it sold out like everywhere, and it was hard to get one for a very good while. But I had a friend who also had no, that wasn't the same one. That was a different one. Okay, but luckily for me, I had a friend who was able to get one, and yeah, we played Wii Sports. A lot of Wii Sports actually, because that was the only game they had. Because they had just enough money they saved up for the Wii, so we were stuck with Wii Sports for a bit. I remember playing a lot of bowling. That was a lot of fun.
Can't be no other way.
So later down the road, we ended up playing Mario Kart Wii and Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and those games were a lot of fun. PS3. Yeah, I remember the PS3. I don't remember that it had as much hype as the 360 and the Wii. It had some it was facing a bit of controversy at the time, which I didn't know till many years later because obviously I was pretty small when I wasn't aware of it. But with the pricing, ouch. Yeah, the pricing was one of them. It was way too expensive. It was like, I think like the 60 gigabyte one was like $60, and the 80 or 100 gig, I don't remember how big was the was the storage for that one. It was like 700 or something. It was really expensive. That's what I remember. It had a lot of stuff on it, like it had like Blu-ray, backwards compatibility, a couple USB ports, and SD card slots. All this stuff there that came with it. It definitely jumped the price pretty high. And then they had the rumble on the controllers. At some lawsuit they had to go that they were going through, and I think they were trying to cover up by saying that it wasn't like it was like old technology, and the motion and the motion thing, or whatever it's called, is like the new thing. And some people weren't too happy. In fact, I heard because they took the rumble off, the controller felt much lighter. It felt cheap. It felt like it made it feel very cheap without it. But after they settled that, they did eventually put the rumbles in it. So. I think it was like a year after the PS3 came out. And I've heard about the scalping, and when the launch happened, some people got hurt and some people got shot. It was pretty bad from what I've heard. And the games weren't, when it came out, most of the games wasn't there. I mean, the only good ones I've heard was like Resistance, Follow Man, and what was the other one? I don't remember. Ridge Racer 7, Ultimate Alliance I think came out on PS3 as well, but I think for that game didn't run very well. Yeah, it was only a few good games. The rest of the first party stuff they released was like pretty mediocre or trash. And that was like one of the other issues with the PS3 later on, was just the games just weren't running well. It had to do with the cell processor. That thing made it really tough for developers to develop good games. Just how unique it was structured and everything. I'm not a tech expert. I do apologize. I'm not big into tech and stuff. That super techie stuff. But I understand that it was much more difficult to code the game. It was like kind of like you were developing a game, but you were trying to do it on a different language that you don't understand. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It made some games really difficult to develop, or someone was demanding them to really invest into learning this new type of work and be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the better version. But a lot of them didn't want to bother, and some games got canceled. The games that did came out early on did not run very well, making the 360 much better to play those games on. So yeah, the PS3 had a pretty rough run, fortunately. They eventually had to cut down the price by getting rid of the backwards compatibility and a couple other things. Yeah, it took them a lot of months back. They went through a lot of stuff later on. They got hacked. Games weren't selling earlier on.
That ain't good.
Yeah, the PS3 really was the black sheep out of all the PlayStation consoles. I really love the PS3. It just got sad that those guys up there got really, I didn't say complacent or something. Like after the success of PS2, they just got all like greedy with placing. They're like, oh yeah, we're the best. You gotta buy it. You have to buy our very expensive new game console.
Wow.
And that's a theme I see too much. Once like one company releases a successful console, they become all crappy, and the next one I see it way too much. It happened with the Wii U after the Wii came out, and the Xbox One after the 360 came out. They just became all crappy. They're like, oh, you gotta take our new crappy thing, or else you're not gonna experience our new console or something. And that's something I see way too often. And I've seen this right now with the PS5. The PS5 just is not there, honestly. It's really unfortunate. And Switch 2 just isn't there yet, either. After the success of the Switch 1, I mean, like, they really seen, well, old PS4 games for like $60 or something, like, no thanks. The only thing they got going for it is, other than that, the third-party games, they look a lot inferior than their counterpart. But anywho, yeah, I remember Little Big Planet. I played a different stuff. That game was pretty fun. You can create your own levels, which is really cool. Gran Turismo, that game was pretty cool. I wasn't like too big here, but it was a cool game. Those graphics have aged very well. Yeah, I can tell they took they took them a while to like really get to know how to work with the PS3, and they made something like really good out of it. Those graphics aged very well, I will say. God of War 3, that game is awesome. That's one of my all-time favorite games, God of War 3. That game is so freaking good. Another game that's aged well. I just love it, like the hack and slash game. I just prefer the hack and slash ones, the OG God of War games, but that's all hack and slash, not the new stuff they do now, which is just me. I'm not too into new God of War. I keep touching the touchpad button. Anywho, I just like it. It's like it's all like bloody and super violent and there's guts everywhere and stuff. I just love it. It's just something about it. I just like it. I don't know, it just feels like a video game. That's just the best way I can say it. It just feels like a real video game. Just, I don't know, unapologetically violent or something. I just like that game. That game is really good.
That's crazy.
Probably my favorite PS3 game is God of War 3. Usually a lot of people say, oh, The Last of Us, but God of War 3 personally is my favorite PS3 game. And speaking of Last of Us, I didn't really play The Last of Us all that much. I started it over a year ago. I bought it on GameStop for like $5, I think. And that was like $10. I already have the game on PS4, but for some reason I just decided to buy on PS3 because, you know, it's where it all started. I played like 2 hours of it, and I played 2 hours of it and I dropped it. I never really picked that up. I told myself I was gonna finish it, but I never went back for some reason. I will go back to it one day. That's a game I keep saying, oh my god, it's amazing, it's amazing. It's like one of the best games ever, one of the greatest games ever made or something. I'll go back to it someday. I mean, I just know the story I heard is like really, really good. But yeah, the PS3 definitely consoles. I got shafted pretty hard. It's still a good console, you know. It's a couple good exclusives. I used PS Plus Premium when I had it for a bit. I played a couple of the first party games. I played quite a bit of Resistance Fall of Man. That game was pretty good. Heavenly Sword, another really good game. That's another hack and slash game like God of War. Uh, it has some fans that still really want another one, but I didn't think the game sold well, so unfortunately, it's just one of those games that I don't think it's gonna be picked up again. I think it's made by Ninja Theory. I think Microsoft owns now, so yeah, I don't think it's ever that sequel's ever gonna happen. But from what I played, I didn't get too far in the game, but I remember it being pretty fun.
What?
But I do remember from like the time I got like third or fourth grade, Call of Duty was really popular. It was like that was like the game you had to play. Everyone had to play. That was the game like everyone was playing, like every day after school. So my first Call of Duty being Modern Warfare 2. That game was really good. That game's absolute legendary. Really good campaign, really good multiplayer. Spec Ops was pretty fun, even though it was pretty tough. If you're trying to do it on the hardest difficulty, yeah, they're tough. That was fun, especially play with friends. Yeah, really. Ooh, almost hit there. Yeah, definitely one of the best Call of Duties ever made. Of course, GTA 5, when that game came out, that game was like the biggest hype train I've ever seen.
This town is great.
As crazy as it sounds, I really didn't get to GTA Online. I just couldn't get into it, honestly. I never got into GTA Online. I only played a lot of it, at least on the PS4, just because I wanted to get all the online trophies and get the Platinum Trophy. So a good chunk of the hours I spent was actually on the single player. If that shocks some of you, because I would just screw around the open world and play like director mode, or just complete all the side missions and get all the collectibles, which I do have the 100% now, and I also do have the Platinum Trophy. But yeah, that took a really long time to get that.
Holy
Get the 100% in GTA 5. I think it took me about a year to do everything.
Can't be real, bitch. And you lame as fuck around here.
And it took me like a couple of years just to finally get back to GTA Online and get all the online trophies. Kind of boosted with someone to do a couple of co-op trophies. And leveling up to 100. I had to buy like some vehicle, I forgot what was it called. I think it started like letter T, the Torandor or something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but it had like missiles, and I had to repeat playing this mission over and over again. I had to just sit there and just shoot missiles at some cars so I can get like a bunch of XP. So that took like about a week to get to level 100. The last time I played was like a few years ago. Excuse me, everyone. The last time I played it was like 3-4 years ago, and I was like a level 85 or something. And I had to go back and get to 100 because I was very close to it. So I had to use that car and shoot some missiles and shoot a bunch of cars. It was like a specific mission where like you had to steal like an RV, and once you steal it, like a bunch of enemy vehicles are showing up and start shooting at you. So you have to go like at some hangar somewhere and start shooting them. Shooting the missiles and everything, and each time you shoot the truck, it gives you some XP. So that's what I did for about a week. It was nothing but playing a mission over and over again until I got to rank 100. So yeah, GTA Online, never got into it. Never really liked it. Didn't like it then. Definitely don't like it now.
That's fucked.
But anyway, back to my history.
This shit is whack, son.
Yeah, the 7th gen definitely was my favorite generation of games. I think that was the best one in my opinion. Like all my favorite games like came from that generation. That was the time I really like got into gaming for a good while. You know, like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops,
I suggest you leave.
Modern Warfare 3. Isn't as good as MW2, but I still like that one.
Don't call me no more.
World at War, I never played that one. I like to do that. Try that one day.
Oh, you know.
GTA 4, GTA 5. I like one of those BMX games that was made by THQ. Those are fun. I remember, I think it was those games that had some like ragdoll physics and stuff. I remember those being fun to play. Just to like screw around and like, crash and stuff. Just launch yourself in the air and stuff. I remember those games are fun. Lego Batman, the video game. I remember that one. That game was pretty good. Lego Indiana Jones. That's another game I really liked. I did have a few Lego games that I really liked. But those two were the most notable ones that I liked. Far Cry 3, that game was really good. Borderlands, another one I liked a lot. Bioshock, another really good one. I was just thinking here. Assassin's Creed 2, that game I liked a lot. That was the only one I played at that time, was Assassin's Creed 2. That was a series I didn't get too much into. I knew a couple kids that was really into that series. But I wasn't too happy with them. But those games like, take a while to beat. And at the time, I felt like it was a new one keep coming out every single year, and I just couldn't keep up with it. I keep up with Call of Duty, but didn't want to keep up with, I wanted to keep up with one game series, not like 2 or 3 at the same time. I just couldn't do it. Didn't have the money for it. So I only stuck to one game series.
Hey. Yes? Hello?
That's painful. Even though even though I am a Batman fan, I never played the Batman Arkham games, which really shocked me. I don't know why I never played them. I have I do have Arkham Asylum, Arkham City on the PS3, and Arkham Knight on PS4. But I still haven't played them yet. I've heard they're pretty good. I definitely gotta try them. I think Arkham City is the one that everyone says is the best one. Yeah, one day I'll play them. One day I'll play them. I do like Batman. One of my favorite superheroes. But surprisingly, I never played the Arkham games, which really shocked me when I look back on it. I don't know why I didn't play them. I definitely can't forget about Need for Speed. I did like Hot Pursuit. I did play Carbon. That one was okay. I don't know. Honestly, I think that's when it kind of started to decline a little bit. Earlier on, like in the 7th gen, it was going through some phases where they were trying to change up some things, and it just kind of, it didn't feel like Need for Speed. It didn't feel like a street racer anymore. It was I guess they were they wanted to try to experiment, but I don't know. I just feel like those later ones, it felt like they were going away from their roots and stuff. They did bounce back a little bit in the end. Honestly, I don't think they were as good as the ones on the PS2. But I will say, I'll probably say Hot Pursuit was the best one that came out.
shit for real?
Look at those prices real quick. 11, 13. Oh, what a deal. Wow. Good prices, oh my god. Yeah, and then right around middle school, that was when the PS4, Xbox One came out. And I remember the games I played. That was when, yeah, Call of Duty also kind of went downhill. With back on the PS3 and the 360 with Call of Duty Ghost, that game was not very good.
You acting like a real sellout.
Yeah, that game was not good. The campaign pretty generic. I mean, it's not bad, but at that time, like Call of Duty storytelling standards, yeah, it just wasn't. The multiplayer was pretty garbage. I remember it was just slow, sluggish. I remember some of the maps were way too big, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was like this one, like it was like a castle map or something. I don't remember what it was, but that map, although cool, it was way too big. I don't remember how many players was on it. You can play on that map, but it was not enough players for like. It was too little players, way too little players for a map that big. Because most of the time you'll be running around just trying to find someone. Because how big that place was. Extinction? It's actually not that bad, but I think at the time people just weren't ready to move on from zombies or something, so I don't know.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, it was Infinity War's like answer to zombies, like, oh, let's do like aliens and just drill their hives and just shoot more aliens along the way while they're trying to drill their hive thing, egg thing, whatever it's called. I do have the game on my PS4, and that game is actually pretty fun. You can play in co-op. I guess people didn't care much for it, but there's still a fan base of the Extinction mode. Although there's fans that want Infinity War to bring that back, I don't think they'll bring it back. But Extinction isn't that bad. It's I think what's bad for, at least for me, was the trophies. The trophies were just awful. They were tough. Like, you need actual good people to play the Extinction and try to get all the trophies. Especially with one trophy for beating all the challenges without failing one of them. That's horrible. Because if you fail one, you have to do the whole thing over again. And it takes over an hour to beat Point of Contact. I think that's what the level is called. You have to do the same thing with all the DLCs. There's trophies for beating all the challenges. And that was annoying. But I got so lucky because I found one guy randomly one night and we played together and he did all of them. So, and I looked up his profile and he plays nothing but Call of Duty Ghosts. He plays Extinction like all the time. So that dude's like a veteran at that game. So I was very lucky to have him and got that trophy. But yeah, that's when Ghosts started to decline. I skipped Advanced Warfare, but played Black Ops 3, and that game was a lot of fun, even though, like I said, it wasn't the one of the best Call of Duties, but I do have a lot of fond memories with the multiplayer and zombies, and even though the campaign was garbage, I did play it with a friend co-op, and that game it made the game a lot of fun. Watch Dogs, I remember that one. I played it a couple years later. I got it for like dirt cheap, for like $7, and I was like, it was not that bad. But I remember at the time, the reviews, yeah, people got mad. It was like they misled a bunch of stuff, and yeah, it wasn't the game people were expecting. But I played it many years later for really cheap, and for what it was, I thought that was a decent game. I did like it. Watch Dogs 2 was definitely a lot better though. Of course, I played GTA 5 on PS4, so definitely had fun playing that game again.
That is messed up.
And Spider-Man PS4, that game was a lot of fun. I like that game.
See this guy, he's really eccentric.
Definitely one of my favorite PlayStation exclusives. I did play the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. Surprisingly, I never played them on the PS3. But I played them on the PS4. You know, they were pretty good. Uncharted 2 definitely was the best one. I really liked that one. I can see why 2 was the best. That game was definitely...
Coming through.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Excuse me. Okay, sorry that. I played the Nathan Drake collection, and yeah, I can tell you that 2 is definitely the best one. I really like that one. I played 4, and I did like that one a little bit, but I don't know, I didn't like as much as the previous ones. Something about it didn't hit as... It didn't hit as hard as the previous ones. But it was at least a good conclusion to the series. But Uncharted definitely definitely hits hard. Yeah. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. That's a good game. I really liked.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah, ripped Monologue. Sadly, those guys are gone now, but you did make a really good game. With the Nemesis system, probably honestly, I think that was like the last time I've seen a game like actually try to innovate. Because after that, I haven't seen much innovation in games anymore. But those guys at WB had to put a patent on it so no one can take their Nemesis system. So, yeah, that's great. And that thing will end for like another 10 or so years down the road, and they're not even gonna use it. So, yeah, wonderful. There were a couple games at that time I never tried out that I went crazy and loved it. The Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5. I haven't played those. Or 5? Not everyone liked 5, but I know some people really loved it. I never got into Metal Gear Solid. I thought it was a my kind of game. It's more like a stealth game. I was never into that kind of stuff. Witcher 3, I just never played it, but that's a game everyone keeps saying you have to play, you have to play it. I do have the game now, about a few months back, and I will play it one day. That's definitely one of the games I'm going to play next year. My goal next year is to play as many games as possible before GTA 6 comes out, if it comes out next year. Because I got a lot of games. I have quite the backlog.
I sourced a new color of yarn!
Lying.
Yeah, over the last few years I've been buying a lot of 8th gen games that I didn't play when they came out, and now I have a good chunk of them. So hopefully by next year I'll get to them and play them so I can try it out. Yeah, that's one of my goals for next year, is just to play as many games as I can before GTA 6, because once 6 comes out, if it comes out in November, that's all I'm going to play for the next 6 months. Just like everyone else. That's all I'm going to play, nothing but GTA 6. That's all I'm going to play. So, if it gets deleted again, you know, whatever, I can move past it. That'll give me more, at least. That's the good news. I guess I got more time to play to catch up on some games.
Whoa! You escaped from something! No.
Yeah, by the time the PS5 came out, I didn't have a PS5 yet, because of course with scalping and everything, but that was my first console I actually bought on my own. Like, every other console I've gotten, you know, my parents bought it. But yeah, I got pretty lucky. I got my PS5 like 3 years ago. My GameStop only had like 4 PS5s. And definitely had a. As soon as I heard about it, I went to bought it. I went in and bought it right away. And then a few months later, it eventually finally showed up in stores. So.
Then next stop, Vinewood.
For sure.
Look at that.
Well, I'll be.
Chill. What the fuck is this? Gonna say about that? You sick, fuck! I'm sorry, it's cool.
I'll try to land in there. Oh well.
Hey man, what's up?
I give up. Never mind.
That is messed up. You look fucked up. Get fucked.
Nah, that's a bit of my gaming history there. That's quite a bit to talk there. Already my voice is starting to give up again. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up for tonight. Maybe I'll share a few little things real quick before I head out. I don't know if you guys can already tell, but I live here in the U.S. I think you guys can already figure that out easily. I do have siblings, but I'd rather not tell how many do I have, or if they're brothers or sisters, or brothers and sisters. I'd rather not go into that. I'll go into that. But I do have siblings. Although, as much as I love them, there are times I wish I was the only child. I'm the only. Excuse me, I cannot. Although there were times that I wished I was the only sibling. I was the only kid in the house. I do love them to death.
No way. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'm a pretty.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
I cannot. I swear, my head's just kind of blank today.
That shit ain't real.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm a pretty skinny dude. I'm like about a little above average weight. Although I am doing some. I'm doing these like 30-minute workouts where I'm working with my dumbbells, like 15 pounds. I'm trying to get me a little bit more muscle in me, a bit more weight. I'm trying to eat a little more. I'm trying to get a bit of muscle, which is one thing I'm trying to work on. I hope I get to do a little more next year. Yeah, I'm trying to focus more on my health now. You know, just to become a little healthier, more strong, much healthier, much stronger. Because it's better to do things while you're young than later, because it's not going to be
Jesus,
that
have
easy
some self-respect, man.
when you get older. But you know, aside from the video games next year, that's one thing I do want to focus next year is on my health. Prioritize my health much more. I mean, I'm not unhealthy or anything, but I don't have the strength that I need, and I don't like being very skinny anymore. So definitely, my health is one of my big priorities next year. Yeah, that is as far as I can share about myself. I mean, I might share some stories a little along the way here and there. But there's only so much I can really tell, where I can't say too much. I mean, it's for privacy reasons. I'm trying to keep myself safe. So. And will I ever show my face? Probably never. I don't really like put my face out there. It's just another safety reason. It's just for, you know, safety reasons. You know, there's weirdos out there. I mean, in case if I ever get like, I don't know, internet famous or something, I don't want people finding me or whatever. Like I said, in a perfect world, I'll tell my real name, go more in detail about myself. For now, this is as much as I can share about me. Who knows? Maybe I'll share a little bit more about me a little later. But yeah, we'll see you later down the road.
Hey, what's up?
No way.
Alright.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna wrap it up for tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Is this really happening?
Tomorrow we'll be starting Saints Row 3. Whoa. So I think it's like it'll be my third playthrough of the game. Oh, how did that happen? It'll be my third playthrough. So looking forward to starting that game. It's been like 2-3 years since I last played 3. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing that game again. It'll take like a few parts to finish it, but not a game that will take me way too long to get it done.
Hey, you my dude, right?
I might stream Wednesday. We'll see. It's gonna depend on me with work and everything, and if I'm feeling it. I might feel really tired Wednesday. We'll see. I'll post later in the week, and we'll see what happens. But I'll like to at least do 2 parts maybe this week. Because right now with work, it's been getting really busy, so I may not have as much time to play games. But we'll see if I'm making some time. We'll see how it goes. All right. So, you guys have a good night. Now, I'll be here tomorrow at 8 p.m. For Saints Row 3. So, see you guys later. Yeah, have a good one.